Yo, what is up, guys? It is your boy Nasimoto, and this is part 6 of the Bob build. Super pumped on this thing. I did do a little bit of off-camera work, so I'll go ahead and show you guys that. But yeah, just enjoy the video. All right, so this is just some of the off-camera work that I did. As you can see, we have 2 plates, and those are just pieces off the Wave Blaster 2 bottom or top. Honestly, I'm not even sure where I got those pieces. But as you can see, they are bonded together to create one bottom. So yeah, I bonded them with some Thixio. It's this stuff right here, Thixio epoxy adhesive. And this stuff is really cool. You just takes a regular caulk gun and it mixes it as it comes out in these little tubes. So super strong stuff as of right now, as I can tell. Obviously, it's a clear a little bit, and then if you mix it more, you know, it turns into a little bit yellowish color. So it seems super strong. I had to end up breaking this piece off, and it took all my body weight to snap it off, and then I had to re-glue it because the bottom lines didn't line up very good. But yeah, so it's super strong stuff. And that will help us keep it together while we bond, you know, or put fiberglass over the whole thing, just to create that extra source of strength. And I'm also going to be putting screws in it through the bottom, and I'm just going to countersink the screws and then run, you know, through bolts just to help it be a little bit more strong. And then for the back, I have some of this angle aluminum, and I'm gonna put it right here, probably chop about 8 inches or so, and then through bolt it through the side and then through the bottom to help secure the back. So the back will be secure, and then we are going to put another plate up in the front to help secure that, through bolt it, and then stick some of that epoxy adhesive on it as well. So hopefully the whole bottom will be bonded to the hull itself, and then we will be ready to start fiberglassing everything. So I went ahead and ordered some fiberglass mat and fiberglass cloth and the epoxy from US Composites. So I think that should be here in the next couple days, but I need to get the actual bottom secure to the top, and then we can start worrying about fiberglassing. So let's go ahead and cut some of this angle iron, try to line it up, send some through bolts through these 2 patches, and then we should be good to go. So as you guys saw, we just got these pieces of aluminum angle in and bolted from the bottom and then bolted from the side. As you can see, a little screw right there. And everything lines up really good. I have fingers gap right there, fingers gap right there. And the back end looks really good. And so I bolted it in, not permanently. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put in some of that epoxy stuff under that just to help it bond a little bit better. But up here, yeah, as you can see, I just have one plate with 2 bolts in it. I ran out of screws, it is what it is. But yeah, everything is super solid, even with just those 2 screws and the aluminum angle on the back. So yeah, I think it lines up really good. Everything seems to be really straight. Nothing seems to be, you know, terribly crooked that I can at least notice. And I'll go ahead and flip it over for you guys so you guys can see on the other side as well. All right, so as I was flipping it over, this screw actually pulled through. And yeah, as you can see, that's just because this is really thin material and I only had 1 of them in there because, like I said before, I ran out of screws. So with 2 in there, it'd be just fine. But as you can see, everything lines up really well. Obviously, there's some big gaps on both sides, but we can just fill those in with some epoxy and some glass bubbles. But as far as the main lines, the main body lines, everything lines up really well. And I forgot to mention, I did go ahead and cut out the front end. So this piece right here was like this, and I cut that out so we can go ahead and rocker it. So I'll just be putting a flat piece right here to help pop off the wave a little bit. So yeah, I cut that off, and then I cut some of the front end off, shortened it just a little bit. Forgot to mention that part, but that's kind of what that looks like. And I also went ahead and cut out the oil tank reservoir area. So yeah, that is good to go. But as you can see, pretty straight for the most part for just eyeballing it, so not too bad. All right, so that's pretty much all I can do until the fiberglass mat and cloth and resin comes in. So I will see you guys when we have all of that. And just like that, we are back here the next day with a box from US Composites. So I'm gonna go ahead and unbox this and show you guys what we got. All right, so to start off, we got some epoxy resin. This is just your basic, epoxy. So we've got a gallon of this, and then we got the 4-to-1 epoxy hardener. So this is the faster stuff because I am in winter time, so probably want the faster stuff. So just a, how much is this? A quart of this? Not really sure, but yeah, this amount, so not bad. And then we also got, I believe this is 10 ounce glass or fiberglass cloth. So this should work perfect for the bottom. I'm thinking 2 or 3 layers of this stuff should be good to go. So got 5 yards of this, so that should be plenty. And then we got some fiberglass cloth or mat. This is mat, fiberglass mat, which is just like strands of fiberglass. But the only problem with this is I think you have to use the polyester type of glass, and you can't just use the regular epoxy, so I don't think it binds well enough. Or I think this is held together with like a glue, and the polyester melts that glue where epoxy doesn't. So I'm gonna have to call US Composites just to confirm on that. So I don't know if I actually can use this or not. But I did go ahead and order some more that I know works with epoxy, so we should be good there. But yeah, that's a pretty good order from US Composites, so can't beat that. All right, guys, so that's actually gonna be a wrap for today's video. We kind of ran out of time. We can't really get started with the fiberglass work, so that's gonna have to be in the next video. Probably some of the things I'll do off camera is sand the entire gel coat off the bottom and kind of just get the hull ready to be glassed. So then when we're actually ready to glass, we can just, hit it and hit it hard. So yeah, that's gonna be a wrap for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching.